Hey there, I'm Ted McDonald, and I am about to lead you through an hour of a strong Vinyasa Flow class. So get your mat, get ready, take off your shoes, and join me. But before that, just have a quick little announcement. First, I want to say I am honored to be here, honored to be part of this extended Gold's Gym family. If you didn't already know, Gold's Gym, besides the fact that they are an icon in fitness and health and wellness and health, have also been a resource not only to just help their members and their gym owners, but to help all people everywhere. It's really an amazing thing. So go check it out if you're not already there. And my stuff. So I'm a yoga teacher. This is my studio in Malibu. And lovely Malibu, California, right down the road from where Gold's Gym started in Venice. And I've been streaming every day, 6 days a week. And you can find me at Teddy McDonald on Instagram and Facebook, Teddy McDonald, or my website, teddymcdonald.com. All the information is there. And I've been streaming 6 days a week, 9 a.m. on the West Coast. And we've been having a blast because people from all around the world are streaming with us live. So it's been fantastic. And finally, just a quick shout out to my friends Tammy and Don. Without them, Tammy and Don Murphy from New Bergen, Middletown, New York. That's right, Orange County and Hudson Valley in the house. I'm from Long Island, so I gotta give a shout out to my friends. But we all met through Tony Horton, P90X guy. I think he's got a workout on this page somewhere. And Tony and I run this ski yoga trip, and we have been for years. And it's super fun. It brings a great group of people together. And Don, that's how we met Don and Tammy. So let's go ahead and begin. Step to the front of your mat. Bring your palms together. Close your eyes. Relax the shoulders. Take a nice deep breath. Set an intention. I always like to set an intention before every practice that I do. And that means simply to add some deeper meaning to your breath and your movements, right? Instead of just like rah, 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 rah. Instead of just flailing around, there's a little bit more consciousness, a little bit more awareness to the movements, a little bit more purpose. And that can be whatever you want it to be. It could be to release some stress, could be to heal, could be to strengthen, could be to manifest something, to release something, whatever it is for you is the right answer. So go ahead and voice that to yourself while you take a deep breath. And then drop your head over to one side. So I'm just going to tell you which side I'm doing. And you can just follow me, or you can mirror me if you want. I kind of put the camera a bit on an angle there so you can kind of get a profile view. But right now my head's over to the left, and I am stretching the right side of my body, my right side of my neck here. Switch sides, same thing, other side. Breathing deeply. I hope you and yours are staying safe and staying healthy during this pandemic. It's quite an incredible experience that the whole world is going through. Go ahead and drop the arms from there. Take a few head, shoulder rolls here, and breathe as you do this. Just need to make sure, okay. Make sure that microphone is working. Can get a little echoey in here. Switch directions with your head. Same thing. If you've never practiced yoga before, you'll be able to do this sequence. And if you're a regular yoga practitioner, it'll also be a bit challenging. So just modify. Go ahead and come back to the center. Do some shoulder rolls. And then opposite direction on your shoulder rolls. Loosening up a little bit. Loosening up. And the great thing about the yoga practice, so I've been practicing, like I said, about 24 years. Go ahead now, take the arms up, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms up to the ceiling, straighten the arms, bring them back by the shoulders. Oftentimes here people stick the butt out, or they push the chest forward and sink into the lower back, becoming more lordotic. Avoid that if you can. Engage the abdomen just slightly. So interlacing, arms up, shoulders back by the ears, breathing deeply. And this is a shoulder stretch. But if you can, think about your pelvis as a teacup. So if you're sticking your butt back and then tilting, you're going to spill tea forward. At the same time, if you engage the abdomen too much and you're tucking the tailbone, you might spill tea backward. It's a good analogy. So keep your teacup level. And now fold over to your left side. Easy side stretch. Breathe. But I consider myself slightly lucky, I guess, because I started practicing yoga back in the mid to late 90s and got my yoga teacher training in 2000. And at that same year, switch sides, that same year I ran my first marathon. So all of a sudden I had, this yoga side of me that I loved so much, and then I had this endurance side of me all of a sudden that I loved so much. And what I realized way back then actually was that yoga was really the perfect complement to anything. It doesn't matter whether you're a gym rat going to the gym all the time or whether you're a busy mom or an executive. Lean back, take a nice big inhale, and then fold all the way down forward as you exhale. Hang forward and stretch. No matter what, if you move your body and you have this intention and you breathe in a conscious way, it's going to help you. It's going to help you relax a little bit. It's going to help you de-stress, which is kind of a main thing that we want to do, especially nowadays in this time, this extraordinary, unprecedented time. We want to be able to make sure that we reconnect with ourselves, right? Keep breathing here, just relaxing. If your legs are tighter or your back is tighter, you bend the knees slightly, that's fine. And then go ahead and clasp the hands behind the back, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. So basically we're just taking these first few moments just to kind of stretch and to warm up and to breathe and to become aware of your body and how it feels. And if you had a strap or a towel nearby, you could use that. You can grab it here if you got tighter shoulders. If you have blocks, actually, that'd be fine too. One more breath, give it a good stretch. Release the arms. Let's roll back up. Abdomen really strong, slowly. I'm going to take some arm circles. Whenever you come up, there's a lot of up and down in yoga. So always engage the abdomen because you want to help support the lower back there. And then take a few arm circles. One arm, do about 10 times. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. I've been streaming from here. I've been streaming 6 days a week. I've been going live on my Facebook page and my Instagram page. Switch arms. So you can find me out there in the social world at Teddy McDonald, TEDDYMCDONALD, or on my website, my personal website, teddymcdonald.com. You can turn this studio's 5-point yoga in Malibu. So if you ever get to Malibu and we're allowed to be near each other, then feel free to pay us a visit, side to side. Good. All right, back to the center. And then step the feet together, bring the palms together. Arms up, nice big inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale, look forward, and then step back to plank pose, top of a push-up. Hold it here, breathe. Top of a push-up, and of course, again, the modifications. So modifications and disclaimers. So anything that hurts, don't do it. You take full responsibility for your own actions. And from here, if you needed to, you could always put the knees down. So if you had wrist issues or shoulder issues, definitely just put the knees down. Keep your abdomen slightly engaged. Breathe deep. We're going to go to Chaturanga, which is half a push-up, lower down, but keep the elbows in if you can. So it's more triceps, lower halfway, and then press back up. And again, you can do this with the knees down or not. Halfway down, and press back up. Good. 700 more. Just kidding. 3, lower, and then push up. 2 more, lower, press up. 1 more. Very good. Drop the knees from here. Cat and cow tilt. So there's a little warm up. Cat and cow tilts. Inhale, lift the heart up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the tailbone. Keep that going. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Feel it out for you. Feel it out for your body. Remember that intention you set. The intention. And let that intention breathe through your whole system so that when you're moving and you're breathing, maybe you're opening up to having that intention become reality. Now come up onto your knees and then side to side. So shoulder and hip together one side, shoulder and hip together other side, kind of snaking the spine back and forth. Oh, yes. Feels good. You're kind of pumping the spine here a little bit. Good. A couple more. All right. And then downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Lift the hips. Go ahead and have your hands. You always start with the hands in downward facing dog. Fingers are spread, palms are flat. Fingertips face forward and bring your feet a little bit closer together. Bend your left leg, push the right heel down. So stretching the back of that right side. Breathe. Anytime you need a break, in fact, we're going to take a little child's pose in a moment. Go ahead and switch legs. So bend the right leg, push the left heel down, give it a nice big stretch. Good. And then just drop to the knees. Drop to the knees for a moment. And then butt down onto the heels, hands back behind you, head down. Not for long. Just wanted to let you know that's child's pose. So if you're newer to this practice, it will be difficult. And that's the pose that is your secret weapon. It's like hyperspace in a video game. You can just check out, go to child's pose, take a couple breaths. And then eventually, you watch this over and over while we're all in quarantine, you'll get better and better, and you'll be able to do stuff that you didn't think you could do just days prior. Downward facing dog again. Come up on the toes when you're ready and walk softly to the hands. So we'll start easy here. Walk softly, extend the spine, halfway up, look forward, fold down, drop the head. All the way up. Remember, legs bent if you can when you come up. Hands together at the heart. So again, there's a lot of up and down. So if you have any lower back stuff, there's a little strain, you can definitely bend the knees. That'll be fine. Arms up again when you're ready. Inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back as you exhale. Lower down. Abdomen strong. Lower. Let's lower all the way to the mat together. First one, a gentle back bend. This is Cobra Pose. This is your option if you're not used to upward facing dog. So it's called Cobra. Breathing deep. Good. Downward facing dog from there. Go ahead and lift up. Palms flat, lifting the tailbone. Breathe. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. So that little hop is harder, obviously. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Maybe bend the knees. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. So now we'll go through a little bit more vigorous. Arms up again. Inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extending the spine as you inhale. Step back, or you could jump back. If you jump, notice I'm landing with my arms slightly bent. Then you roll over the toes, upward facing dog. Now just my hands and feet are on the floor, so my legs are not touching. Shoulders pulled back, and then downward facing dog. Breathe. So now you got an easier option, and you got a harder option. I'm gonna give you one more option. It's gonna be a little bit harder. Come up on the toes when you're ready. Walk or hop forward. Extend your spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Good. One more. Arms up again. Inhale. Lean back maybe. Exhale. Fold all the way down. Extend the spine as you inhale. Look forward. Step or hop back from there. Chaturanga. And then upward facing dog. And then if you want a little extra chaturanga, that makes it harder. And then downward facing dog. Pause. Take a few breaths. Starting to warm up a little bit, starting to loosen up a little bit. Downward facing dog in the beginning is an advanced pose. It's a harder pose. And eventually it becomes a resting pose. And then you can make it more active by keeping the fingers spread, palms flat, extending the shoulders, so pushing away from the floor, lifting the tailbone up, pressing those thighs back and heels down. Then it's a whole live experience here. Now go ahead and take the right leg up behind you, lift it up, a few breaths. Good, and then shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen really strong, core strength. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your left side, twist. Back and up. Forward up to the right side. Back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Good. From here, straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knees, sink the hips down. Inhale, straighten the leg, flex the foot. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips down. So a little hip hamstring stretch. So as you inhale, hamstrings. Doesn't have to straighten, the leg does not have to straighten. Exhale, bend the knees, sink down. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. A couple more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale. And exhale. Then warrior one. Turn the back foot flat, come on up, warrior one. Holding warrior one. So shoulders relaxed, hips turn forward, upper body forward. Notice my back foot is angled at kind of a, let's say 12 o'clock is forward. The back foot's like 10 o'clock. Arms up, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth, sink into that front knee, breathe. Sinking a little bit lower. Clasp the hands behind your back this time. Interlace the fingertips. Lift the heart up. Pull the shoulders back. Drop the shoulders back and down. Lift the heart up. Breathe deep. One more inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. And dropping the head down. Stretch. And breathe. So if you can, if you're more flexible, bend that front leg more. Bring the head closer to the floor. Stretch the shoulders a little bit more. Take one more breath. And then come on back up. Warrior one. Inhale. Hands down to the floor. Exhale. Leg back. Vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale. Upward facing dog. And exhale. Maybe the Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Left side when you're ready. Take the leg up behind you. Hold it up there. Keep breathing. I'm just going to grab a block and a strap. A couple blocks and a strap. And just so you can see. Now, with the left leg up, take one more inhale, and then shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong, core strength. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your right side, a little twist. Back and up. Forward up to the left side. Back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Pause. So here, if you happen to have some blocks, then this is an option and you're tighter. You would bring the blocks up here. It just gives you a little more space. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knees down. You don't need them. Inhale, which is sometimes, I don't use them all the time. Bend the knees. But they're great. And so if you have them, it's just nice to have. Inhale, exhale, and I'll show you the strap in a second. A few more of those. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good. Now turn the back foot flat down. Come on up. Warrior one. Warrior one. Hold. Arms are up. Shoulders relaxed. Remember that in yoga, it's always as below, so above. Meaning the first thing you want to do is make sure your stance is good. Because you see some people kind of trying to hold on and figure out what's going on. You know, and they're off balance because their back heel is not grounded down. So you want to make sure that back heel is grounded down. 10 o'clock, right? So 2 o'clock. So 12 o'clock forward, 2 o'clock off to the side. That's where that's angled. Then you turn the hips forward, arms up, shoulders relaxed. Now, clasp the hands behind you. And again, if you have tighter shoulders, then you probably won't be clasping. So you got to grab a strap. If you don't have a strap, just use a towel. Use a small gym towel, maybe from Gold's Gym, I don't know. So from here, what you would do is you would take the towel and just have it like this. Take that big inhale, lift up, and you'll see it in a second, fold down like that. So this is still gonna give you a really great stretch, especially if you have tighter shoulders, and I notice a lot of people come to my classes who are kind of bigger weightlifting people, get these tighter shoulders. So this is your option, all right? And if not, then you're okay right here, interlacing, sinking down, one more breath. And then back up, warrior one, inhale. Hands down to the floor, exhale. Take the leg back, vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, shoulders back, and then exhale. Maybe chaturanga, downward facing dog, good. Hold here, breathe. If you need the rest, then you take the rest, but definitely breathe. Good. Alrighty, up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale, and then chair pose. So bend the knees, reach the arms up, hold chair. I like to hold 30 seconds, the first one, just to build a little heat. So if you're in a warmer climate, you're gonna notice the heat right away. If not so much, then this will build some heat, right? And the idea, I know there's a big controversy in the yoga world. You don't have to worry about that. About hot yoga. Is hot yoga good for you? Is it not good for you? I mean, just don't hurt yourself. If you like the heat, go do the heat. If you don't like the heat, don't go do the heat. I personally don't like it too hot. I already run hot. Sink a little bit lower, take one more inhale, and then stand up, hands together at the heart, exhale. I have had some people who've come back to my class, who've gone to hot yoga and say, oh my gosh, I love it. And then come back and go, I overstretched. So just be aware. That's all. Be super, super aware of your body and your movements. It's one of the great things of the yoga practice. Speaking of awareness, now we're going to go through what's called sun salutation B. What we just did, sun salutation A, we broke down B. Now this is going to, so do the best you can. Link this all together. About 2/3 of what we just did. So chair pose from here. Inhale. Fold down, exhale. Extend that spine, inhale, hands to the shins, look forward. Step back or jump back. Chaturanga or all the way to the mat. Upward facing dog or that cobra pose. Downward facing dog. You can always add the chaturanga. Right leg goes up as you inhale. Bring it all the way forward as you exhale. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down as you exhale. Leg back, lower down. Inhale up, exhale back. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach. Hands down from there. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. So that is part of, almost, not quite, sun salutation B. Breathe here, a few breaths. Up on the toes again, walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, inhale. Stand up, bring the hands together at the heart, exhale. Good, nice, big, big, full breath. We're gonna do 2 more rounds like that. Back to chair pose, inhale. Fold down as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step or jump back as you exhale. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, maybe the extra chaturanga, downward facing dog. Right leg first, take it up. Bring it all the way forward. Warrior one, deep bend in that front leg, reach up, stretch. Hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Heart opens, shoulders back. Chaturanga maybe, downward facing dog, left side, take it up. And bring it forward. Warrior one, reach. Hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Breathe. Remember, child's pose is there for you if you need it. A few breaths here. And again, let the heat come. Let the heat come from within. Breathing deep. That breath that you hear me breathing, it's called Ujjayi breath. Come up on the toes when you're ready. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. Stand. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Nice big full breath. So just take a short moment, that was 3 times, I'm pretty sure, to practice that Ujjayi breathing. So it's kind of like, it's like Darth Vader, right? But it's kind of, but with the mouth closed. So why is it beneficial? A couple of reasons. First, you're not breathing in and out of the mouth, you're breathing in and out of the nose, but into the back of the throat. So by breathing in and out of the nose, you're actually filtering the air, which is good news. Also, because it's a smaller way to get the air into your lungs, you're actually working the respiratory system, which, as we know, this pandemic is going directly to the lungs, right? So you want to strengthen your lungs. And yoga is not exactly cardio. You might feel like you're panting a little bit, but your heart rate's not getting to 170, 180, 190, right? Maybe 130, 40, who knows? But, and then the other thing is it builds heat and helps your nervous system relax. So there's a bunch of different reasons why you would want to do that kind of breathing if you can. All right, I forget if we did one more or we need to do one more. So let's do it anyway. So chair pose when you're ready. Inhale. Yeah, we got time. Fold as you exhale. Halfway up as you inhale. Step or hop back as you exhale. This one is going to be perfect. Arms up, shoulders back, downward facing dog. Right leg when you're ready, take it up behind you. Bring it all the way forward. Warrior 1, yes. Yes. Hands down. Take the leg back. Vinyasa. There's a stadium around you right now and you're practicing yoga and they're cheering you on. Yeah, go. Left leg up. Bring it forward. Tammy, Warrior 1, yes. Yeah. Warrior, well, hands down, leg back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Yes. Downward facing dog. Good. Hold it here. Breathe. And we're going to move to our standing section. So go ahead and take your right leg up. Bring it all the way forward to the hands. Turn the back foot flat down. Come up to Warrior 1. And then open up to the side. Warrior 2. So now we're changing things up a little bit. Warrior 2. Notice I'm moving my feet, my hips slightly. Your front foot stays straight forward. Front foot, front knee, front thigh, right? Now open up this back foot slightly. Shoulders relaxed, sinking down, breathing deep. Arms up, shoulders down, gazing forward. There's your Warrior 2. Breath is smooth. You want to make sure that this front knee is not sinking in. Oftentimes, if you have tighter hips, the front knee will lean in. 0, 0, 0 pressure or tension or tightness around the knee. Okay? From here, a couple more breaths. We're going to take this back arm, wrap it around the back. If you can, toward the front thigh. You might grab the thigh in here, but you may not. Your hand might be back here. It's fine. Just turn and twist up. Right? That's the idea. Keep the chin down in line with the neck. Turn up and breathe. If you're more comfortable, you can go to the floor, palm of the hand. If you do have a block, you can always use a block. Twist up, breathe deep. So now, it gets a little trickier now. So you're gonna go ahead and move to Halfmoon Pose. So if you have the block, you're gonna use it. Inch the back foot up a little bit closer and come up and lift that left leg up. So you're balancing. And if you don't have the blocks, it's fine. Right hand is down to the floor. And you can even bend your standing leg, that's fine too. But regardless of whether or not the front leg is standing leg is bent, drive that back leg straight. And then reach that left arm, top arm up and breathe deeply.
Balance. If you're looking up at that top thumb, your balance is definitely being challenged. So do the best you can. Whoa, it's fine if you crash. Breathe. Good, one more breath. Look down. Now we're gonna go back to triangle pose. Whoa. So triangle pose, you step back, both legs are straight. Both legs straight, arms out, reach forward. Right hand goes to just below the knee. You just don't want to press into the knee joint itself, but maybe right below the knee, maybe a little bit lower. And breathe. Right, twisting up here. Breath smooth. Good, and then left arm. Oh no, let's not do that. Left arm over the ear. Few breaths. If you feel stronger and you want more, take that top arm up and breathe. Hold it, one more breath. Good, then both hands down. You're gonna step that back foot a little bit closer, angle it forward, and then we're gonna take reverse triangle pose. Okay, so reverse triangle pose. Now, remember we talked earlier, your back foot in Warrior One was at 10 o'clock. Now it should be 11 o'clock. So your hips are square to the front. Your feet are still solid 2-3 feet apart, but your back foot is angled more. Left hand stays down, right arm turns up. If you had a block, this is where you want support from that block so that you can get a deeper twist. If you're more flexible, but make sure you keep the back heel down. If you can, you're gonna come down, maybe to the floor, maybe to the ankle, maybe to the outside of the foot, and then lengthen the upper body and turn and twist and breathe. Good, one more inhale, twist. And then both hands down to the floor. Drop the head down, stretch. Now hang forward and stretch. If your standing leg needs to be bent, that's absolutely fine. If you can straighten it, straighten it. It's totally fine, either way. But breathe. Good, and then two more big standing poses in this sequence. So lift the back leg up. Whoa, you may crash at times, that's fine. But lift the back leg up if you can. Left hand stays down. Lengthen the upper body, twist and turn up. Breathe. Drive that back leg back. Lengthen the upper body forward. Twist. Good, one more inhale, turn it, and then hands down, but lift the back leg up, standing splits, couple more breaths. You can see I'm definitely not ballerina flexible, but as long as you're lifting and you're stretching that standing leg, that's what matters. One more inhale, lift it, and then both feet down. Good, shake out that standing leg, shake out that right leg for a second. And then step back just a third of your mat and squat down. When you squat down, it might not be so fluid and your feet might not be flat. So I'll show you the three options. One is right on your toes. Typically most people can do this. If that's you, fantastic. Excellent. Welcome to your squat. If you can feel like you can kind of get the heels down, then you can get the heels down and you might have to turn the feet out. That's kind of the next stage. All right. Oftentimes when this happens, the ankle joints press in, so it's kind of like pronation, but it's called a valgus joint, and you don't want to put too much pressure on the inside of the ankles. So what you can do to avoid that is, spread the toes and lift the arches up. If that's where if you can get the heels down, but you can't get the feet straight, it just means maybe hips are not quite open enough, ankles, maybe. From there, the deepest one really is with the feet straight from here. And if you can do this, then this is where you want to be comfortable. So it's a nice thing to think about. Squat is a great pose because it gives us an idea of your ankle flexion, knee flexion, calf flexibility, Achilles flexibility, quad flexibility, hip mobility, lower back. So it kind of gives us, this is such a great pose because it gives us so many different metrics of how flexible you are. And the truth is, I know people who are super flexible in so many ways and amazing yogis and, you know, doing handstands and all kinds of stuff, and total name drop, but Greg Louganis is a good buddy of mine, and he's an incredible yoga practitioner. I could, you know, teach my classes for sure. And he's just the control of his body is amazing. I mean, the guy was a 4-time Olympic gold medal diver, and the way he moves is incredible. But he cannot do this. So it's a maybe genetic thing. Maybe his ankle bone doesn't do that. So if that's you, it doesn't matter. It's fine. You could be a 4-time Olympic gold medalist too, and not get your heels down. That's okay. We love you anyway. All right. So now crow pose from here. Set the hands, knees into your arms, and crow pose. Balance. A few breaths. If you're newer at this, the idea is to start with your knees a little bit outside the triceps, and then you come forward like that. And you kind of sinking in there. You know, so much of arm balance stuff is all about putting your whole body weight on your arms. And oftentimes very strong gym folks come into class and they don't quite understand that yoga is a different kind of strength. And they're like, I can bench 900 pounds, but I can't, I'm just kidding on that number, but I can't hold my own body weight up, and it seems strange. It's just because they're not quite linking the actual muscle groups that need to happen, because it's not that the strength is not there, it's just that it's not activated in such a way and ready to go when it needs to. So another time, or one more time, and this time we're going to do the little jump back. All right, so from here, crow pose, you lean forward, and if it feels okay, if you feel pretty strong, what you got to do is just lift the hips up and jump them back. To Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Here you go. We'll explain the jump back in a moment. Left side, take the leg up, bring it all the way forward, turn the back foot flat down, come up to warrior one, and open up to the side, warrior two. Shoulders relaxed, breath smooth, breathing deep, gazing forward. Sinking in a little bit. Good, you can sink in and breathe. And we're going to take that back arm, wrap it around the back toward the front thigh. Oh, and right here, twist up and breathe. We've got our other side to do here, and the same stuff on this side. Lengthen up, turn and twist, breathe deeply. Good. And now you're going to look down, inch the back foot. Oh, we go down first. Let's go down first, just in case some of you wanted to go to the floor. Lengthen up, turn and twist. Good. Now look down, scoot that back leg forward, lift up into your half moon. And remember, half moon pose, you can use a block if you need to. If the idea with the block is if your standing leg is bent, then you need a block to help you get the, if you were on the floor and you were here, well, this block might help you lift up a little bit more to straighten. But if your standing leg is flexible enough where you can have your hand down and keep the leg straight, then you're good to go. But breathe deep, and if you can't, look up at that top thumb. Ujjayi breath. Good, one more big breath. Look down for balance, come back to triangle pose. Both legs straight. And then reaching forward, and forearm to the thigh, right arm up, breathe deep.
Good, one more big inhale. And then, oh, we went over the ear. Almost forgot that. What was I thinking? So right arm over the ear, stretch. Yoga has made my brain jelly. I'm calm, so calm all the time. It's totally not true. Lengthen, take one more inhale, most of the time. And then hands down. It's progress, not perfection, right? Step the back foot a little closer. And remember, we set up the feet here. So this, you want to angle this foot forward. Front foot faces straight forward. Now your hips are square to the front. We're going to reverse triangle pose. So right hand stays down, left arm turns up. Remember, if you had the block, feel free to hold on to that block and twist up. Eventually, you're on the inside of the foot, twisting up on the ankle, which is maybe a little bit more support. And then eventually, outside of the foot, hand down. And then twist and turn. So notice, back leg is straight, front leg is straight, arms are straight, spine is lengthening, breathing deeply. Good, one more inhale, twist, and then both hands down. Good, hang forward here, a few breaths. If you need to bend that standing leg, definitely bend the standing leg. Absolutely, 100% okay. Good. And then we're gonna go up to reverse half moon. So lift up here, lift that back leg, driving that back leg back, lengthen the upper body forward, block or not. Right hand stays down, left arm turns up. Two more poses here, this is one of them. Lengthen and twist and turn and breathe. Hold it. Lots happening. Standing leg probably stretching because it's straight, or you're working it straight. Left back leg lifted, and that's working your glutes. Keep it straight, so you got your quads working too. Twist and turn the spine. Maybe look up at the top thumb so you add your balance. One more inhale. Hands down, lift the back leg, deep, deep standing splits. One more inhale, and then both feet down. Oh, shake out that leg, and then back into your squat. This time, actually, we're going to do a little bit of a different squat. So bring your heels together if you can, toes apart. So this is the one where everybody can do this. And everyone goes, oh, thank God he's not doing the other squat. Then breathe. So if you're not used to doing yoga, I applaud you for going through and getting to this stage. So that's a big deal. It's incredible. I'm telling you, as an endurance athlete, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but you know, it's my yoga and then marathons, and then I got into triathlons and, you know, did adventure racing and Ironman, and you know, if it were not for the yoga practice, in my opinion, I would not be able to continue to do hours and hours and hours and hours of long distance exercise, you know, without coming back, going through my yoga, recovering. It's just such an incredible additive to my normal stuff that I love to do. And so whatever it is that you love to do, you know, I implore you to begin to add the yoga practice into it. And regardless of, you know, what, you know, all the negative connotations that yoga, forget those. Just think about it as a body movement experience, body movement exercise that will help you become better at whatever you do. Simple as that. Left arm up underneath the body. So you're gonna bring this arm back around here and see if you can wrap up the hands like that. So what that looks like from the back is this. So this left arm goes under here, right arm reaches around so you can clasp like that. If you cannot clasp, you can use your towel, right? You can use your towel or your strap. If you can clasp, and I know we've been on the feet a lot, so if you needed to give the feet a break, just straighten the legs, give the feet a break. But if you're still in your wrap and you want to take this one other level, because I know you're dedicated to your own well-being, look down, don't hurt yourself. Look down, lean to your right leg. You start to lift the hips up, stabilize that standing leg, and then slowly, slowly, slowly stand. Whoa, and you might crash like that, but that's fine. If not, you're gonna stand up with that leg, and whammo. There you go.
Breathe deep. Standing nice and tall, so it's a balance pose, obviously, but this all depends on your hips and your shoulder and that standing leg, and then crash and let it go, and that's fine. Other side. So if you're in the squat, we're gonna switch sides from here. Go ahead and come on back. Opposite arm comes around this way and wraps around. And by the way, if you're newer, haven't done this, can't even wrap, don't think about standing up. Don't even think about it. Just work on what you need to work on for you. That's the most important thing. But if you're here and you want to take it a tad bit further, turn to the unwrapped leg and then work standing up with that leg. And breathe here. Good, couple more breaths. Good. Slowly, 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 slowly come on down. Good. Back to the center and then fold forward. Excellent job. Hang forward here, a few breaths. And then one more chance in Bakasana, Crow Pose. Set the hands again, lean forward. I mentioned that we would discuss the float back. So if you're newer, just come right back to your squat. Hang out here a few breaths. If you feel okay, set the hands, lean forward, get into your crow pose. And then one way to start this is by leaning to one side. So maybe you can kind of see that. I'm kind of swaying side to side. Don't sway, but just lean to one side, take the opposite leg off and step it back. And then step the other leg back. And then take a vinyasa, right? Modified vinyasa. Come forward again, because we're coming forward again. And then do the same thing on the other side. This is the beginning of teaching your body to be able to hold itself up with the core, with your arms, with your upper back and your shoulders and lower back. A lot of those muscles all have to work together to be able to lift the hips and shoot them back. So from here, next time, you're gonna lean to the other side. So now, crow, I lean to my right, lift the left. Slowly step it back. Take the vinyasa. And then one more time, coming forward. And those of you squatting, you can go ahead and fold forward, step back into, take a vinyasa or go straight to down dog. We're gonna meet you there momentarily. So if you're here, one more time, this, and remember it's a lift and hop back. So you gotta engage the abdomen, really get the arms ready, lift up, shoot back. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the right leg, push the left heel down, give it a big stretch. Switch sides, give it a big stretch. Good, and then drop to the knees. Child's pose if you need to. We're gonna do a couple little back bends here, 1 or 2 back bends, and then do some hips. And that's it. So from here, this is kind of a medium back bend. If you know you have a flexible spine and you do this on a regular basis, you can point the toes back, you can go deep into your back bend. But I always start a little bit easier. This is called Camel Pose or Ustrasana. And the idea is to keep the toes tucked because it'll be easier to get to the heels. And I do one side at a time. So right hand reaches for that right heel, left arm up. If that's too much for you, then don't even go back to the heels, hands to the waist, lift up, lean back, keep the chin down, okay? That's the safest thing to do. As long as you feel a little back bend, you're doing it. But if you can, from here, right hand down, left arm up, good, nice and tall. Breathe deep and lean back. And then if you're more flexible, maybe you're looking right behind you. Breathe. Good, abdomen strong, slowly coming forward, and we're gonna switch right to the other side. Opposite side, reach the arm up, lean back, breathe deep. One more breath. feet slowly forward, and child's pose again. Child's pose again. One more back bend. Come on up again, and then we're gonna start to wind down. So one more back bend, and again, you choose. You could do the half like you did before, just a breath or two on each side. Now you can go a little bit deeper by doing both hands at the same time. So start with the hands on the waist, or even hands on top of the butt. Lift the upper body up, lean back. Oh, breathe deep. Oh, maybe you go back to the heels. Drive the hips forward, lift the heart up, drop the head back. Good, one more breath. Awesome. Come on back, abdomen strong. When you come out of this, abdomen has to be strong to help protect the lower spine. Back down into child's pose, take a few breaths. Breathe. Good, and then we're gonna move into pigeon pose right after this. So come on up, tuck the toes, downward facing dog, right into your hips. And you're gonna step the right leg forward into pigeon. I'm gonna do about 1.5 minutes on each side here. So this is pigeon pose. And you come down like this. The main idea, let me just set my timer, is that this should not hurt the knee. So timer has begun, just in case you're already in it. I wanna make sure we keep an even amount of time on both sides. But if this hurts your knee at all, so it should be stretching your outer glute, your under maybe hamstring a little bit, outer hip a little bit, but definitely not the knee. So if you have any knee issues at all, and this hurts it, then you gotta flip around onto your back. Come around onto your back, bring your right ankle to the left knee like this. Figure 4, it's called sometimes, or reclining pigeon. But basically you got that triangle between the legs, grab your shin, drop your head back, and pull down. So the best way to get the most out of this stretch is to pull down and pull down. So hips down to the floor, and then ankle down toward your chest. Right, so you're pulling toward the chest at the same time you're pulling your tailbone down. Keep breathing there. And I always flex at least the top foot, but maybe sometimes both. About 30 seconds. So either stay in the reclining one or you're still in pigeon pose here. A few more breaths. And you know, these passive poses are way more of a little meditation. So you're in the pose, but I want you to relax. I want you to breathe. I want you to soften the face, soften the jaw, soften the tongue, soften the scalp. You just want to let go more and more and more with each breath. And just take about 2 or 3 more breaths. And then switch sides. Switch sides, same thing. Remember, both knees are different, both hips are different, both legs are different. So you gotta honor where you are in the pose. If you can get down to here, then great. I'll set the timer again. It's begun. And if you have to do reclining pigeon, perfectly okay. You just set it up this way on the back, left ankle to the right knee. Reach that arm through, clasp, pull back. Oh, a nice big stretch. Good, that's where you are. So either way, stay there. Still got another minute in that stretch. And remember, you guys, if you're a yoga person and you want to stream with me, you can find me either my website, teddymcdonald.com, or social media, Instagram and Facebook, at Teddy McDonald. I'd love to see you and say hi. And of course, goldsgym.com/anywhere. goldsgym.com/anywhere is where you're going to find a whole slew of
resources. And so I just want to thank Gold's Gym for being an icon and, you know, fitness forever, it feels like, for me, since before I was born. And thank my good friends Tammy and Don for all that they do in my home state of New York. I grew up on Long Island, and they're up in Hudson Valley in Orange County there, in Newburgh and Middletown, keeping people healthy. So last couple breaths here. And then slowly come on up. Gonna bring the legs forward, shake them out for a second. I'm just gonna do a little finishing sequence. Shake out those legs. We're gonna reach the arms forward. You can bring the butt out to the side a bit, flex the feet back, reach up, and fold down. We're gonna go back and do Plow Pose and shoulder stand, and then a little, couple variations, come down, do a twist, and then Shavasana. If the shoulder stand does not work for you, it's really, really important. If it doesn't work for you or hurts your neck in any way whatsoever, don't do it. Just stay right where you are. Stay right here in the forward bend and relax. We're gonna be 30 to 60 seconds. If you feel okay, and it's okay to roll up and roll back, then now's your time. Go ahead and roll up. Take the legs up and over the head for Plow Pose. So this needs to be okay on your neck. If it's not, then come out. But if it is, you support the back with your hands and get the legs vertical. Take about, 5 breaths here. And then arms or legs out to the side. Little hip stretch. You can roll the ankles, let them crack. And then bend the knees, soles of the feet together. Here. And then legs back up. And we'll come down. We'll take our final twist and Shavasana. So coming down slowly. If you're still folding forward, now's your time to roll back. And I'm just gonna move this out of my way. Pull your right knee into your chest. Give it a good squeeze in. And then roll to your left side. Nice, easy stretch, a twist. Oh, this is good to do anytime. I'll just have to do it at the end of a yoga practice. And then switch sides, same thing. Opposite side, pull it in, and then roll and twist. Great. And then back to the center, Shavasana. So now we'll take about 3 minutes, so not a long time, about 3 minutes here. If you have more time, you want to spend 5 minutes or 7 minutes, that's great, fantastic. But I'm just going to take 3 minutes and then we'll do a nice little closing meditation. So deep, deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Totally, totally relax.
You can stay where you are, but maybe just bring your left hand to your heart center, your right hand to your belly. Just an energetic way to kind of help nurture and ground yourself at the same time. Nice deep breath. And then go ahead and bend the knees, roll to your right side, take a few breaths. Make your way up to a seat. Comfortable seated position. I'll just face you guys. Oh, so comfortable seat, sitting up nice and tall, palms up. Can be in your lap or they can be on your knees. Either way is fine. Just take a moment and relax. The idea behind the meditation practice is straight spine, even breath, and a single pointed focus. So first thing, get your body relaxed and get that straight spine if you can. And if it's too much, just don't worry about it for the moment. You can always sit on a block. And then that even breath, so in and out, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And as your body starts to kind of calm down and you feel the sensations that are happening in your body, you understand the breathing, you got your body relaxed, then you start to shift your focus into your mind. And if you can, you think of one point. So traditionally, it was the third eye center, right? Right in between the eyebrows there. You can think about that point. But it could be the heart center, it could be the beach, it could be the top of a mountain. It doesn't matter so much what you're thinking about. Just think about something pleasant. The swing that you had when you were a kid. Just a pleasant place. And then, inevitably, you'll be distracted by my voice, your dog licking you, your kids jumping on you, whatever it is that you're distracted by. See if you can just accept the distraction and come back to that focal point. And that is the mental cue, the mental exercise to help you stay calm, stay focused. And it's training for the brain. So go ahead and we'll just take the next couple moments here. Sit up tall, relax the shoulders, breathe. Bring the palms together at the heart. Take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Thank you very much for watching this, and hopefully not just watching, but actually participating and practicing. And again, my name is Ted McDonald on social media and my website, teddymcdonald.com. So if you want to practice more yoga and you want to do that with me, feel free to find me out there. I'll reach out and let me know how you found me. And of course, otherwise, goldsgym.com/anywhere, goldsgym.com/anywhere. And there's a plethora of different fitness and health and all kinds of different resources. While we're in this crazy quarantine pandemic situation, this is going to be one for the books for sure. And last but not least, just want to say a final thank you to Tammy and Don of Orange County and Hudson Valley, Newburgh and Middletown. So thanks you guys for let me be part of this. Namaste, and we'll see you hopefully soon and healthy.